Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever and wherever you are listening, welcome to episode 141 of the Dadbod Golf Pod.
Hi, Pitch.
Proudly a member of the Believe Podcast Network. Joining me tonight, twice as many people as there were a couple nights ago. Nate Pass, host, Ben Taylor, designated drinker, Kyle Rush, daddy.
How fitting in more ways than one. Love it, man. Good
Boys,
intro.
the microphones are hot. What's up?
Oh boy, daddy.
You can call me daddy, Nate, if you want to. Anytime you want to, bud. Just fire it on in there.
Especially when those Thursday scores show up. Might as well.
And I just realized that I didn't use Hobnob in the last episode.
Well, hey, let me tell you what. We're about to hobnob the hell out of it tonight, guys. So just
There
get
you
ready
go.
because it's the best night of the week. It's Would You Rather Wednesday, and tonight's episode is brought to you by Betonline, the number one sports betting website in the country. Tons of basketball left, guys. The March Madness is right around the corner.
Yes.
Go ahead, get your account set up, ready to go. They got a 50% welcome bonus waiting on you. Just log in, use coupon code BLEAV, BLEAV, get a 50% bonus. So they're going to stack 50% of whatever you deposit right on top.
On stacks.
Stack it up, stack it to your chin. $100 gets you 50 back free to play with. Go roll it, become a millionaire. And BetOnline has the best platform to do it. They even have casino games, and they're totally fair. Just log in, BetOnline, where the game starts.
They're totally fair.
All right, Nate, this is all you, baby. Just take it away.
Here we go. Literally came up with these scenarios pre-show.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
This is awesome. All right, so we're gonna start off with the prep.
The prep one.
I
Okay.
need to write these down. So, we'll just hope I remember them. Okay. The prep question was: build the ideal PGA Tour player. Okay, so we have four categories: driving, iron play, short game, around the green, and putting. And we're going to pick one pro for each of those categories. You can use the same guy if you want to. If you want to be a real smart ass, you can just have, Rory Mcilroy for all four. I'm Kyle Rush. Or you can do a multitude. You could use the same guys driving and putting. I try not to make too many rules here just because I want you guys to have fun and I don't want us to argue about rules.
Thank you for that.
Love it, man.
I'm sure Ben will have some weird, I'd like Rom for all three except for putting, and I'd like Tyler Gooch. Something silly, but anyway.
Oh man. Question. Let me ask you this quick question. Are we talking about like all time or like recent or this year? Like what
I had the same question, so don't
Okay.
turn your nose up at it. I was thinking the same thing.
You know, you're so lucky, Ben, when Kyle has the same question as you because it carries more weight.
I know.
Or more legitimacy when he has it. I was thinking like current player,
Cool.
like playing right now. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, I got mine.
Well, then I got to change one of mine.
I'm gonna go
I'm sure you had something ready in case I said that.
I didn't.
Really? Okay. Well,
He was gonna have Jack was gonna be his putter. Just gonna go ahead and tell you that's what.
Absolutely not. But it was going to be Tiger. Can I still have Tiger as my putter?
I would say injured, still a current player. I mean,
Okay.
Cool. Good deal.
I mean, I go first since I've given away one of my four.
But it's like it's their current game, so I mean, you need to consider that. It's not like his just all-time game.
Yeah,
that is
If you stack up whoever it is tomorrow,
I might take Charlie Woods over Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I may take Charlie over Tiger.
not a current PGA Tour player.
Good point. Good point. Touche. All right, Ben. So do we get all four at once or do we do one at a time? Like how?
Yeah, well, I want to do Kyle and do all four of his. We're gonna do Ben, all four of his, and we're gonna do Nate.
Okay.
All four of mine.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So let's start off with Kyle. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I am very boring on how I selected them. I just
go to the stat
board and just
find the guy who's the best.
I just go straight stats, baby. Let's go straight stats.
Okay, so hold on before you go there, because I was going to talk about this earlier during our little pre-recording deal.
Yeah.
When you get to the short game,
okay.
Did you see the categories that it had?
You guys all went stats. I
It was
just knew.
phenomenal. If you went stats on short game, like the rest of them are pretty cut and dry.
Yeah,
but the short game, it was like sand from all yardages, short game from inside of 10 yards, short game from 10 to 20 yards, fringe 20 to 30 yards, fairway short game, rough short game.
It's like that for all of it. Like approach with irons is all like 200, 175. Like it's the same thing. So
yeah, but they had like the basic ones on the rest of them. Like it was like approach from the fairway,
I think that
accuracy and distance off the tee, blah, blah, blah. Like it was, there was like 35 categories.
Oh, do they have I didn't even look. They have a barometer for who hits the ball the furthest, but also the straightest.
Yeah, pretty much. Stroke gain.
That's a really good stat.
Yep.
Who bombs it and.
Yep.
So I'm going to, I think strokes gained is the best statistic that was ever discovered in golf. And my driver of the golf ball, a little bit of heartstrings here. I'm going to go with Rory Mcilroy, who was fourth in strokes gained last year. And he drives the golf ball like literally nobody. I mean, absolute madman. Rory Mcilroy is my driver. He will be my off the tee guy. My approach, I didn't want to just go
iron
play. I mean, the easy pick is Colin Morikawa, but I feel like I feel like Justin Thomas.
You better put some respect on Colin's name.
I want Justin Thomas because I've seen Justin Thomas hole out for eagle on 18 to take it to a playoff. Like this guy is nails when he has to do it. It's not just he just can make the big shots under pressure. Justin Thomas is definitely my iron player.
Let me not take the obvious guy. Let me just take the fourth ranked player in the world. Let me back it down the list a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna pick one across the board. That's lame. I'm not just gonna pick one.
He's gonna have his good days and his bad days.
All right. So strokes then we're gonna go short game, right? So this is just like chipping and stuff like that. So I'm going with Kevin Na, who's the number one player. Strokes gain. We always think about him putting, but apparently, he
can get up and down out of a Coke can.
Getting up and down out of anywhere. Can get up and down out of a Coke can, out of a dip can. Absolutely. Kevin Na. And then putting, I'm going with I was really shocked to look at this stat and not see Patrick Cantlay like number one. So I'm going to go with the number one guy, and that's Louis Oosthuizen.
Oh, that's awesome if you like finishing second.
Number one strokes gained putting.
Number two in our hearts.
On tour last year. So
best runner-up player there is.
Let's retract this. You got Rory off the tee.
Yep.
JT's hitting the iron. Kevin Na is going to get up and down or get close, and then Louis is going to make the putt.
Ooh.
Beat that.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's 4 majors in a year, my friends. Let's go.
Congrats.
If that player existed.
Existed.
It's not a real player. Like that can't be a individual.
If there was an existence of that player.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was X-Men. That would be your player.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. Ben, go.
Well, I went boring like Kyle. Rory is my guy off the tee.
Oh.
It's just pretty obvious. And you know why? Because as Kyle said, he is fourth in strokes gained. And he's just a phenomenal driver of the ball. My number two in the iron play is Kyle said he didn't want to go boring and go Colin Morikawa. That's who I went with because I love that guy. That stat that says he hits a 6 iron in the same distance or the same area as people that hit their wedge. I'll take that any day of the week, twice on Sunday. I think that's awesome. He proved it at Riviera this past weekend. He made a run on Sunday. He had a chance. His putting was not there. Otherwise, he would have been phenomenal. He had a couple of eagles on the final day. So I'm going with Colin Morikawa on iron play.
He gains over a stroke per round to the field based off his iron play.
I would love to see what that was during Riviera when he had a few eagles.
That's incredible.
Um,
Riviera.
because that number 10 was one that he eagled where he drove it to the front to the fringe. So there's
Yeah.
your fairway in regulation, and then he chipped it in for eagle. And that
feel like
counted as his approach shot. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Just he averages over a shot per round on the field. It's just that to me just blows my mind.
Yeah.
These are all pros, and he gains
a stroke every round. That's
stroke
four
every-
strokes a weekend. If he makes a cut, that's 4 strokes a weekend. So
Wow.
I'm going to go ahead and go my putting. I'm going to skip over and go to putting. And I know I told you guys I had Tiger, but it's funny that that Kyle mentioned him because I'm going to take him from last year, only witness him. Kevin Na, I think he goes into this year. I think he continues to roll it on the green very well and makes a run down the stretch just because he just seemed he didn't miss. He was always like at least hitting the hole even on missed putts from like 90 feet. It was unbelievable. So I'm going to give that to Kevin Na on my putting.
You know what's
And
crazy?
then-
He was 87th in the world strokes gained putting last year, and I would have thought he would have been top 5.
I think it's because when the playoffs began, Kyle, I think he turned it up a notch. I'd love to see what he was going into the playoffs last year.
You can do that.
Yeah.
I
can do
bet he jumped up. I bet he went from like over 100 to like 89 because he made. We talked about it on every pod. He made putts coming down the stretch at every tournament. It was like, dude, this guy is staying in a tournament because he's making par putts.
Yeah. I'm with you.
And then my short game. So I told you that they had all those categories. So I went ahead and I clicked through all those categories, Nate, since you gave us a little prep time to look at it. You know who showed up like in the top 5 at all those categories? Our main man that plays every tournament, Sanjay M.
Oh, nice.
I'm taking Sanjay M to be my
Nice.
short game scramble guy because he basically is in the top 5 in every category from like 10 to 20 yards, from 20 to 30 yards, from the fringe, from the fairway, from the rough, from the sand. It's unbelievable. The guy's always trying to get up and down. That's who my short game guy is Sanjay M.
You
This
may
is
not
fun.
want to have your approach guy be your short game guy because,
Right.
This is funny. So like it gives you when you look at strokes gained, it's like it gives you rounds and then measured rounds. So how many rounds they played, and then measured rounds. I guess that's how many they tracked or whatever. And most guys around like 80, 90. There's a few 90s, 79. Sanjay's 127. He played 127 rounds.
He's
and got
a
flashed.
machine, man.
portable rounds. Good
A
gracious.
machine.
127 rounds.
And
That's
then think about all the
absurd.
practice rounds.
Yeah, like that's just tournament rounds. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Gracious.
Absolutely incredible. By far the most of anybody. It's just nuts.
So, I mean, I guess you could say that he's got the most chance to succeed or the most to fail as far as short game is concerned, just because he plays
Yeah.
so much.
A lot of room to screw yourself if you have a bad couple weeks.
So that was when I saw that, and I was
Nice.
like, dude, his name is showing up in all these friggin' stats.
It's a good one. So go back over real quick. You got Rory.
I got
Colin.
Rory off the tee, Colin from the fairway / rough after Rory hits it off
Sanjay
the
getting
tee.
up and down.
Sanjay getting up and down for him, and then once we get on the green, I got Kevin now rolling that baby in.
Got it.
Lock and load.
Lock and
Not
load.
bad. Okay. So Nate Dogs.
Yep.
No,
On
regulate.
It's kind of weird that you guys both pick Rory, and it's not weird because Rory has a great reputation for being a really good driver of the ball. But you're like,
If I could
he
have
was-
a golf swing, Nate, off the tee, it would be Rory McIlroy's.
but the stat that you guys both quoted so religiously is that he's 4th in strokes gained.
I
So
actually
you
stole
had
that
to
from
go
Kyle.
3 spots down the list. I know why Kyle didn't because number 1 on the list is Kyle's ex. But
Ouch.
number 2 on the list is my boy tonight, Johnny Rombo.
Why didn't you
He's going
pick
off the tee
3?
for me? Huh?
Why didn't you pick the third guy on the list?
The 3rd guy on the list?
Yeah, it's
Who's the third guy
Sergio.
on the list? Is it
Yeah,
Sergio?
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I've skipped Sergio. to go
Well,
Let me tell you
hang
something.
on
I
him.
know that-
Dad gum second.
Listen, Nate, I know that you said that Kyle took him because he's friends of his and that he loves him and he picked him being 4th. The thing is, though, is he's still 1st in distance off the tee because he hits more fairways than Bryson does.
Mm.
I didn't pick
You
Bryson
factor in the fairways, Rory jumps to the top. That's why I took him because he's number 1 in fairways hit.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I took John Rahm because
He's number 2.
major. Yeah.
He's number 2.
But then number 2, and this is gonna
You
crazy.
do.
This is gonna be crazy. I don't even. I try not to use stats for everything because it just doesn't always work that way because it just doesn't. But I'm going Sergio Garcia as my approach man.
Oh,
no
you know
more.
what? Anti-American. He sucks. Hate that guy.
What?
Anyway,
I've grown to love Sergio.
Dad,
What?
come if I can.
Sorry, go ahead. Just finish.
That's
Sneaks up on you.
Anyway, what are you doing down there, Ben? Sergio from the fairway. Love him. I don't know what he is. He's probably 87th. I'm sure someone's going to call me out for this. Short game. Now I'm going really off the wall here, boys. Okay. I'm not just.
Sanjay M's not like your household name.
Yeah, but you just looked up a bunch of stats and he has good stats. Phil Mickelson for short game. I
Okay,
still
that's a good one.
believe in the magical short game power of Phil Mickelson.
I think Phil was great, prime Phil, like Tiger was prime Tiger as far as making a putt. I don't think that Phil is short game is what it used to be.
This is his dream player though. So
I know that he
wants
just-
Any
Phil.
guy who can hit a wedge off the green and get up and down, which I guess is really not up and down. Is that what is that? A 2-putt? Remember they did that at the Masters? He had to chip on the green because the line.
I
he
wonder,
was
does
trying
that
to
count as
take-
a 2-putt? That's a great question.
It's got to be a 2-putt, right?
It
Doesn't
is a
matter what
2-putt, yeah,
club you
'cause
use.
Because it's a gur.
Yeah.
It's a girl. All right, who's your putter?
And going back home, come back to Daddy, Patrick Cantley.
Yeah.
So I got John Rahm, Sergio, Phil, Patrick Cantley.
Patrick Cantley. Can I ask you this though? Do we wait that either the Northern Trust or the PGA, I'm sorry, the Northern Trust or the BMW, whichever one it was like the 5-hole playoff. Do we weight that a little too much?
Of him
Or-
being a great putter.
No, because Cantlay was, I think he was like ranked in like top 3 in putting.
Yeah.
I see him as
Like
30
if
in strokes game putting.
Are we weighing it too much?
well,
that he
that's
missed
because
that
you're doing
putt
strokes
on
game. Like don't do strokes game, Kyle. Just do
Why?
ranked.
feet of
Just do
putt
ranked
made.
putting. Yeah.
Why would I not do stroke game?
Well, because you're just big into strokes game. Like you can do
best.
another.
You
best stat.
quoted all
I
those
know
same
you said
stats.
that you're really big into that. You're strong.
Which
in strokes
stat
game.
was it that really got you going on Sung J-Am? Was it the up and down from the fairway? Was that the one that
Mine?
really got your blood rushing?
No, he was basically
Was it
he was like
sand
top
all
five in, like,
yardages?
he was like top 5 in all of them, at least top 10 in all of it. It was unbelievable. Of course, I guess when you play 195 rounds, you got a chance to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Great players, by the way. This was kind of supposed to be like on PGA Tour, where you build your own player and you name it and you do 99 on all the skill level things.
All the skill level,
you name it after yourself.
You spend hours getting your outfit right.
Yeah.
Here's what I took, Kyle. When you were asking about putting,
Yeah.
the thing the most one like the most one putts, Patrick Cantlay, number 1.
Ooh.
Like that means he's saving par. That means he's making birdies. I mean, that's most one putts. That's all.
This is
One-
Patrick.
Total or one putt percentage? Is that what you looked at?
One
total
putt,
one.
He is,
and it was
okay.
total one putts. It was over. He had 20 rounds.
47%. That's this year. Yep.
How about
That's pretty solid.
how about Hank LaBiota? 30 rounds. I have no idea who that dude
Yeah,
is.
but
he's
Hank
up
just
there
misses a
number
lot of greens and gets us up and down.
That's what I'm wondering if that's
Are there one putts for a birdie, par, bogey?
I mean,
It's just
all
in
of them are so
general.
close. You got to take like the top 10. I mean, you got the JTs in there, Sergio's in there, Justin Rose is in there. But I mean, Patrick Cantlay's up there at number 1.
I got you. One putt percentage could be misleading. Very misleading.
But that's out of 360 holes. He one putted 360 holes.
Maybe he missed the 200 greens.
I don't
Chipped
know
it
what
up
to
there
tell
close.
you. I'm just telling you. That's who we were doing.
Scenario numero dos.
Before we get there, if you had the skills off the tee and approach and putting up and down as these incredible golfers that we just listed, what would that give you, Ben?
That would give you peace of mind.
That would give you peace of mind on the golf course. And and what's better than peace of mind? Nothing.
Nord.
And let me tell you something else that's great for peace of mind. That's NordVPN. They're here for
Yes.
you to give you peace of mind while you're online. And with all the threats you face today on the internet, it's more important than ever to be sure that you have the best VPN you can get. Plus, you can use NordVPN on all your computers and devices, no matter the operating system. With the NordVPN's unlimited bandwidth, you never have to worry about a slow connection either. And plans start as under $4 per month. So grab your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/bleav or use the code BLEAV. That's BLEAV to get up to 70% off your NordVPN plan plus one additional month for free. It's also risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. NordVPN, where the peace of mind starts. Scenario 2.
Scenario doso roso poso loso. Here we go.
Let's go.
If you could, knowing what you know now, today, go back and tell. When did you guys? Oh wait, hold on. When did you guys start playing golf?
Oh gosh.
Just age, just an age, just need an age.
18.
Regularly 16, regularly.
I started playing like 18 holes of
Like-
golf after I graduated high school.
Just
Like where I could drive to the course at 16 and play 18 without my dad being there and without like
you
having to
didn't
use
play any
extra
younger than
clubs.
that. You didn't play when you were 8, 9, 10, 11 years old.
Mm,
I just need when did
no,
you start golf for real? Like not
18.
when you started playing on a regular basis,
16,
but like
16,
16. Okay. All right.
16 and 18.
Knowing what you know now,
Yeah.
what would you go back and tell yourself that first week of golf, that first day, like 18-year-old Kyle and
Oh,
16-year-old Ben? What do you go back and tell them? And it has to be golf related, but it could be anything. It could be a tip. It could be, you might want to tell them who wins the Masters in the future years so they can bet correctly.
yeah.
Just what golf related piece of advice or
No, I'd give myself advice. I mean, that'd be nice to be able to win money and say, hey, lock on to this person and, bet the farm on Tiger Woods in 1997. It'd be,
Yeah.
because you're going to win a ton of money if you do that because he was such a long shot to win it. And mine would have to be mine would be a personal goal of getting better. Mine would be a few things like to get fitted, to get some lessons. Like I've never had lessons. And, the time that I got fitted, I didn't like it. Like I don't think they knew it there. I think they were just it was a money grab. Like they were trying to sell us clubs. I don't think that it was I would go to a professional that would get me fitted, not one of those passing through things. It's like, we really want you to buy these Callaway clubs. So this is what you need to get. It'd be more along the lines of getting fitted by a professional and saying, hey, these are the clubs that are available that would fit your game. And it would be like 5 or 6 different brands. So yeah, it would be to get some professional lessons, to get fitted, and to really, really concentrate on what you hear the guys talk about today, where they say, hey, quit making your kid play in all these tournaments and quit making your kid practice all these, like, just let them hit it and get their swing down and hit it as far as they can and make good contact. Because, when I started playing, it was like, I didn't like practice. I just went out and started playing with my dad.
Yeah.
And so I wish I would have spent like more time like on the range pounding balls and trying to perfect my swing a little bit. Because my swing's atrocious. It's an unfolding lawn chair. So, with lessons and with practicing, it probably would have been a lot better.
Nice. All right.
we're talking about practice.
We're talking about
Yeah.
practice?
But it would be nice to go ahead and, leverage the mortgage or something on the 1997
I'm telling you.
Masters.
Tiger Woods was 8-1 to win the Masters in 97, by the way.
Yeah.
Just wanna throw
Actually,
that out
not that good of a bet.
No,
It's kind of crazy. I would have thought it would have been more.
I would have thought it would have been because he was still young, man. I would have thought it'd been easy, like 25 or 30 to 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
8-1.
They believed in him, huh? Vegas liked him.
8-1. All right. So here's what I would do. If I could go back in time. All right. So I said I didn't start playing golf until I was 18, which that's true. I didn't ever really play 18 holes with friends or by myself until out of college, because I told this story before. It was always my dad was like, it'll mess up your baseball swing or something, or it happens during baseball season, whatever. So if I always like did lessons and clinics and crap, like growing up when I was young. So if I could go back to then,
That's why your swing looks like it does. And
If I
why
could
me
go
and
back-
Nate's looks like ours does.
if I could go back to the time where I first picked up a golf club and started like hitting the ball around, I would say, tell dad you hate baseball. Tell dad you hate baseball and you only want to play golf.
Yeah.
And you want to play golf from the time you're 8 or 9, whenever you first pick it. Go tell dad you hate baseball. You never want to play again. All you want to do is play golf all the time. And that's what I would do. If I could go back to the end,
Probably on tour.
who knows? Dadgum. If I'd have been playing since I was 8 or 9 years old, who knows where I'd be? No, but I mean,
you should have that kind of potential.
Coach would put me in.
if he'd have just put me in, I could have been a star. No, if I
Throw
could only go
that-
back to when I was 18, I would say
Throw that
stop
football
worrying.
over a mountain there.
I would say stop trying to hit the ball so far and go chip and putt all day long. Like go chip and putt for hours. And that's probably what I would tell myself from.
See, but that's not what they're doing now, Kyle. Like the pros are telling, like, hey, take your kid out there, tee it up, let them hit it just as far as they can, get their swing speed up, and then concentrate on the rip. Like that, they're
It's
doing
the
just the
drive,
opposite of
chip,
what we did.
and putt. The drive, chip,
did
and
that.
putt.
And you notice what's listed first.
It doesn't matter. It's just
It's
because
the thing you do first.
it's the thing you do first in the golf swing.
You get to the
Drive,
golf
chip.
course and you don't just putt on number one.
But that's what I would do. But I would go back in time, tell myself to go tell my dad that you hate baseball. I did not really even
Berkshire.
like baseball that much.
Didn't
I just
like
want to play
baseball.
golf. So there you go. Nate,
Baseball's bad.
what would you do, Nate?
So this is
You would have
maybe
missed
a
it though,
unique-
man.
This is
You
a
would've missed
unique answer. And I wanted to do like the practice or the, there was a little lull in the time where like late in high school, early in college, I was kind of, I wish I didn't have that. But honestly, what I would do is I didn't start working at AU Club until the summer after my sophomore year of college. I absolutely wasted 2 years in a snot green shirt at Publix. And I mean, those are some of the greatest golf memories I have outside of playing with my dad are being a cart guy. It instills a love of the game and an appreciation of the game that I just don't think you can get. Otherwise, it's like, if you really want to appreciate food, go be a server. If you really want to appreciate golf and the golf course and how it works and how it's run, go be boots on the ground. So I wish I had gotten that job when I got to college. I wish I had 2 more years. Cause I mean, honestly, I only worked there I was in college for, a year and a half.
You
and I
missed out on
graduated.
some great subs though, man.
Great subs.
Yeah.
Publix.
Believe it or not, you can still buy them as a cart guy and you
I
don't get
know,
a
but-
discount working for Publix. So
You not?
no, 0.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Every once in a while, they'll give you a free sub, like if you get a compliment or something, it's kind of like a little pat on the back. But
That's,
do you
I'm
remember-
glad you called them out. That sucks.
Hey,
That
when
is
you-
that's why I
terrible.
quit.
When you worked at Publix, and you went into the break room, did they tell you had to keep your receipts? Because if you didn't have a receipt and they came in and checked, they'd accuse you of stealing. Did you ever have to do that?
Yeah, it was very highly encouraged to have your receipt.
Are you
shown, like,
serious?
So if
shown,
you went and
yeah.
got a sub and you went and ate it in the break room, you better have that receipt. You better have that receipt.
Everybody had the
So-
receipt sitting on the table. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, but I
Uh,
still love Publix. I will
I will
Did I
say-
tell y'all when
I
I worked at Chick-fil-A and then I went to Publix
Oh wow,
and
2 great
uh,
establishments.
yeah, still said my pleasure for like 4 months at Publix.
Yeah.
And
They
people
beat it
like,
into
"Huh,
you."
you worked at Chick-fil-A, didn't you? We know where that one comes from.
really can't believe I never bumped into Nate at Publix.
I think you had to have. I mean, I was produce right there on the one on College Street.
Big produce guy. Love it.
Yeah, I don't actually. Ben doesn't sound like a guy who buys a lot of produce.
I do. That's where the trail mix is, over by the produce.
True.
That's a good point.
And the
That's a good
peanuts.
point.
Thank you.
That's a good point.
And produce is right next to the subs. I mean, it's as close to the subs you can get without being
you.
in the deli.
Yep.
There you go.
Spent a lot of time
God,
over
a pub-
there.
I want a pub sub right now. Y'all have got me talked into it. I'm about to get off this pod. and
I just
go
wanted
get
to say
a pub-
something else so that Ben could tip his cap again.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, you definitely, and this produce is in the grocery store. And you also
No
went to the
doubt.
grocery store.
Thank you.
Oh, speaking of tipping your cap, we've got to tip our cap to the new line first half that just dropped for Swannies.co. I got their pullover on right now, but this is not part of the new line. The new line's even better. Ben's got one on right now as well. Swannies.co,
watching me.
use coupon code DadbodGolfPod -25. Take 25% off your next order. Polos, pullovers, they got brand new ones. The website is slap full of them. And this is only the first half. There's another half coming, and they say it's going to knock your socks off. It's just
Second
gonna be-
half's always the best.
the second half is always the best. I don't know what that means, Ben. But use coupon code DadbodGolfPod -25 and and take 25% off your next order. Okay, I get it now. I wasn't thinking, but I got it now. Swannies.co, where the fashion starts. Get to scenario number 3 really quick. I know that joke, but I wasn't thinking at the time because
Ben usually don't get this tore up. That's awesome.
and then I blurted it after when Ben just tried to sneak it under his breath, and I just absolutely yelled it. All right.
Oh man.
Sorry, I wasn't thinking. I was
Before you get to the next scenario, because you were talking about your college days and where
Sorry,
you guys
Swannies.
missed out. And I will say that this is what really got me into golf. Like I played golf with my dad at 16, 17, 18, all that kind of stuff. And then I came to college. Well, they offered the golf course at Auburn, so you could take that. Well, then they opened up sophomore or junior year, they opened up Moores Mill Club. And when they opened it, they did not have a clubhouse. So for $100, you could have unlimited golf per month.
Wow.
And that was with riding. You did not have to walk. It was $100. You could play as much as you wanted. And so me and 3 other dudes, we joined. No initiation, $100 a month. Go play to your heart's content. I'm telling you, boys, it was like 36 a day. There was no class. Grades went south really quickly.
That's hilarious.
If there was no rain, we were playing golf. There was no range, no nothing. Give me a cart. Let's go. So
Your
that
swing
was-
still looks like it does. Oof.
yeah, yeah.
He's getting every bit out of that swing though. Every ounce.
But those
he's got.
those were the great days. And then even at the time the links was open. It's not open anymore, but if you were a student, you
Auburn
could play
Links.
for like you could play for like $12
Best layout
at
in
Auburn
Auburn.
Links.
Yeah.
And as a student, so and ride, so you could do that. And then RTJ also had a student
Memories.
discount plan too. So it
Memories.
was really tough to go to class when you had all that cheap golf running around in this Auburn Opelika
See,
area.
I was getting paid to play golf. Like I
Yeah.
was working at the golf course and playing for free. So yeah, I'm
yeah,
not
but you
crazy
wasted 2 years at Publix before you did that. I didn't waste.
And
those
we
2
had
years.
a letterhead in the pros computer with Auburn University Club at the top, and we would just like print out excuses for me to miss class for
Of course.
university related tournaments because
Yes.
every
Amazing.
tournament was a university related. So yeah,
Yeah.
we just like had one stock on there, and
Good
if I
for
didn't
you.
want to take a test, I'd just go type it up and he'd sign it.
Pure genius. Pure genius.
But anyway,
All right, scenario
scenario
three.
number 3. You guys ready for this? We
Yes.
can kind of
Yes.
go bing bang boom here.
Bing bang boom.
We'd like to introduce a topic or maybe a subject matter that's near and dear to our hearts here. And that's
I have
prison.
no idea where we're going right now.
Nope.
Prison.
Okay, prison. Got it.
You are sitting there on January 1st,
Okay.
of whatever year. It doesn't matter. And you must go to prison for however many days that you would like to play golf for the rest of the year. So the number of days you spend in prison is the corresponding rounds that you play for the rest of the year. If you don't go at
Golly.
all, if you don't step foot in prison, you can
No
play
golf.
tennis for the next year. Okay.
Wow.
And this is not like a country club prison. This is just I don't know, that we're just going to flip a coin and you're just going to go to prison. So you're actually going to go to prison, and you can go for a week and play 7 times. You can go for a month, play 30 times. You
Oh
can go
my
longer.
gosh.
You can go for the first 6 months and then play golf every day for the next 6
Is this golf? Is this Dadbod Golf Pod prison or is this real?
He
prison?
said it's just real prison.
I think this is real prison. This is not Dad Bod
Damn it.
Pod prison. Yeah.
Wow.
We're playing by traditional prison rules.
Okay. All right. So let's break this down. All right. Once a week is 52 rounds. So that's 52
Right.
days. All right. And then if you play any tournaments, that's going to add another. See if you play a practice round, 2 rounds. So that's another let's say 20 rounds. So now we're up to 70.
Now,
72.
Kyle, I want you to remember is that the first part of this year you'll be in prison. So, keep
Oh,
that
wow.
math in mind.
You
as
have to
well.
start. You have to
Yeah.
start.
You
Just
got to
the
name
January
it.
1st
Come
thing.
January, you got to name it. You're like,
Yeah.
I want to play 100 rounds this year. Guess what you're fixing to do the next 100 days?
Right.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yep.
So just,
Okay, so
You're
I
going to
would
be
go.
snuggling, bud.
I would go.
not bunk.
All right, January's 31 days.
Just keep in mind it's cold in January too, bub.
Let's go 31 plus 31 plus 28. That's 90 days. No, yeah, 90 days. I'd probably go 70 days, which would put me halfway through 70 days. That'll put me halfway through, but then that's too much.
You're
You're
I go
legit
to-
going
I
to
go
real
six-
prison.
70 days.
I'd go
You're
6.
going
I'd
to
go.
prison for 70 days.
I'd go to prison for 2 months. So January and February, that's 31 and 58, because I forget that I lose 12 of those weeks. I'm sorry, 8 of
Yeah.
those weeks there.
So now you get to
So-
play 58 times in 10 months.
So
which is-
31 plus 28. Yeah.
Bro,
50,
you're going to
60
go
days.
to prison during
60 days.
Valentine's Day?
60 days. I'm going to be somebody's Valentine.
Yes, you are.
Well, Bobby Ray down the hall.
I would go to prison
He
for,
done taking a liking to you, boy.
for 60 days. 60 days. And then
60
I get all my tournaments in
Wow.
that I want to play in, and once a week. And I got plenty of, that'll give me plenty of time to get all
And
those
basically, after those, the first time you get to watch the waste management. So it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Your dude got a pretty mouth.
Okay, that's taking it way way too far, and that's not even prison related. That's a completely different movie. We're not going to Deliverance prison.
All right, Benjamin.
Man,
Now-
I'm tired of going to prison, man. I'm not going. The hell with
Dude,
it.
you
I'm
would
gonna sit out
absolutely
the-
suck in prison.
Yes,
First of all, you're
I'm
too much of a
Literally.
smart ass, and
I'm
you're not.
I'm sitting out the year. I'm playing dominoes and all that kind of BS.
None at all.
No.
Yeah, I
So,
would
like, there's
say
not
that
a
You're
tournament-
the guy in Shawshank that's getting the crap beat out of him that first night because you're like crying, saying you're not supposed to.
So
No,
there's
that's
not
true.
a
No, I'm not
tournament.
that guy.
There's not a tournament that you just love, like that you don't want to ever miss, that you would like so you would go for 3 days so you could play in that tournament. There's no tournament in a year that you
You
like
playing
that.
a week and you got 7 rounds to kind of dole out the rest of the year. You can do one if you want to. I mean, if you want to play golf once, you can spend a night in prison. 3 squares a day, and boom, you're out.
Yeah.
They say that you only do 2 days. The day you go in, the day you go out.
Is that
Which,
what they say?
in this case, could just be really the only 2 days you do. No, that's what they say. You only do 2 days.
No, I knew Kyle would
That
choose
is-
some days. I knew you'd choose some days. So I'm going to be the guy that says, nope, no days. I'm taking the year off.
It's tough. It's a long
That's
time.
not tough. I mean, Nate didn't say we couldn't go to the driving range.
That's fine. You can go to the
Okay.
driving range.
Go-
but
that's
you don't
the-
really.
that's
You don't,
worse.
Also, don't seem like much of a driving.
You know what's worse, Kyle?
Ben, you haven't seen a driving range. You haven't seen a driving range in 10 years.
You know what?
haven't seen the
Things
business end of a
change when
driving
you're
range in
facing
10 to
prison.
12
You
years.
hadn't seen prison either.
I can stand I've lost weight. I'm bad,
I hear you.
lean, mean fighting machine.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yes, sir. You go right ahead.
And attractive.
I can't
You
deny
have
that.
you
Tell you
you
what,
have this. You
I would
have
just
you
hold
have
on to
dressed
that
your
soap really tight, Kyle. Do not drop it.
you have dressed yourself up real nice.
If I drop it, I'm just gonna
If you
stink.
knew you were about to go to prison, would you just start eating everything in sight and try to make yourself as ugly as
Yes.
possible?
No,
there's
I
no
don't want
doubt.
to be. I don't want to get thick. You know what I mean? I don't want to get thick.
I would
We
just
gotta
love to
stop.
work
I don't even know.
Listen, it's a no-brainer if
Hey.
Nate says that it's Dadbod Golf Pod prison. As soon as he said real prison, I'm like, the hell with that, man.
When I worked, I waited tables out of college, and there was a work release program, like work release facility, not very far from our restaurant. And so like 90% of the kitchen staff was work release. And there was one guy in there that particularly was very sensitive about prison jokes of that nature. He'd be like, that shit ain't funny, man. We don't do that in prison. Like if you made any joke whatsoever, he got really aggressive. So they don't really like that. I don't think we need to make those jokes anymore, guys. I know a guy. I know a guy that it bothers. All right, Nate, what about you? How many days?
I'm thinking, yeah, this is tough because I'm scared now because it's like when we do these like 3 to 5 year prison scenarios, it's hard to take it seriously, but this is real, 30
Yeah.
days in prison feels way more real than 3 years. I mean, I think 30 is good. I think 1 month, missing 1 month of life is probably the most that I can feasibly do, because I mean, the world goes on and you are in prison.
Yeah.
So missing January, guys like, yeah, that was tough back in the day.
I got
I'd
2
say
kids.
missing the month of January, though, January sucks.
My birthday's on January.
January is, besides Kyle's birthday, I would say January is the worst month of the entire year.
That's the only thing that sucks if you're in prison.
We're going to continue to do that. We're just going to continue to go there. Keep going, Nate. Sorry.
See, Ben couldn't even make eye contact when he made that joke.
I was pouring another beer because I'm going to be celebrating while you guys are in prison and be like, man, that's tough. I can't wait to see those guys when they get out.
Will you come visit us?
I'm going to be
Pick up the phone on
Absolutely.
the other side of the glass.
No, absolutely. I want to hear the stories. Are you kidding me?
You got heat on you, kid?
Hey, will they let you have a laptop so we can at least pod?
Oh, that's a good question too. No potting.
No, I would just like to call in like they do those podcasts where they record the.
We'll call in.
This
from
call
like
is being recorded by the so-and-so county correctional facility.
Do you accept?
That is so awesome.
Do you accept these charges?
You guys have so
Good
got to see me
morning,
like
good afternoon. Shake, 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 shake.
Oh, Kyle ain't here tonight. This is Larry.
And welcome to the show, Larry.
Oh,
Friendship
man.
Friday, we have my cellmate.
Yes.
My
Friendship Friday,
cellmate.
we have Larry on the line.
And I have no option. He didn't.
Yeah.
He gave me no option.
Yeah. Just wonder
Oh,
about
boy.
All I heard on the collect call was you're next. I was like, welcome to the show, Larry.
Oh boy. I get those calls all the time. Do y'all? Like, I think people like
From
my
Prison collect calls?
Yeah.
No.
I had
Why
to.
would you
I had to
take
blo-
them?
I had to block my number.
No, you got to take them, man. You got to
Your
see who's
uncle's
on the
been
other
trying to get in
side.
touch with you.
I
Yeah,
got a
I'm taking
number,
those.
so I have a company phone, and I guess my number is from I guess close to some people that these dudes know. I don't know, but they called me like, I don't know. It used to call me a bunch. I finally blocked my number from that facility.
You
No.
ever trying to talk to him?
Call
No.
forward to me. I'll take it.
No, because then I was like, I don't want to waste his one call. Like, what if when he gets out, he's gonna go find the guy that wasted his one call? Like, I was like, no, I'm just gonna decline it. So he thinks whoever it is.
What if
Man, this isn't,
You finally go through,
this
he's
isn't
like,
the Dukes of
"Please help me.
Hazzard. You don't just
Please
get
help me."
one call. They can be like, hey, that was the wrong number. I got to call somebody else.
I don't know, man. I don't know how it works. I'll find out though in my 60 days.
Mm.
I will find out. Good dude.
there's a doctor's office somewhere that's got my number or close to it. 'Cause I take
Oh, yeah,
a lot
you
of
get it
appointments
often?
during the week.
Yeah.
You take appointments during the week. I got an opening on Thursday at 2:30. How you feel about that? Let's go.
No kid, bub.
All right. Another great Would You Rather Wednesday. Kind of went off the rails a little bit, but we reeled it back in. 3 good scenarios and many more to come down the road. So episode 141 brought to you by BetOnline, the #1 sports betting website in the country. Check us out again on Friday. We'll be back, maybe preview the next tournament. I'm not even sure what it is, but we'll talk about it probably. And among other things, probably I'll still be mad at Phil Mickelson at some point in time.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So anyways, enjoyed it, guys. Check us back again on Friday. Dadbod Golf Pod.
No way.
Oh,
Okay.